The liquor industry is strongly opposed to any further restrictions. It's appealing to government to base its COVID-19 response on science. There are fears rising numbers will lead to alcohol bans. And for more on this, we're joined in studio by Ntimane from the National Liquor Traders Council. Thank you for coming to studio. Now, every time we see a wave come on and numbers rise, alcohol is always accused number one. What are you hoping the president doesn't say?
Look, we are concerned, obviously, by the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the country and the new variant that has recently been found by our scientists. But we like to caution the president in this regard to say there's really no need to panic and to consider closing alcohol or even restricting alcohol. Because if you look at the past 4 months where alcohol was allowed to be sold, we did not have any high number of COVID-19 cases. So meaning there isn't any linkage between the availability of alcohol and the rise in the number of cases of COVID-19. We are on record as saying that should the president not listen to us and consider restricting alcohol or even banning it, it will amount to a premeditated economic sabotage against our people, against our liquor traders, who are dependent on this industry for survival and to support their families.
Now, are you hoping to consult with the NCCC before it meets and before an announcement is made? Obviously, when they meet today, instead of tomorrow, it means the announcement is coming soon.
Well, it will be a miracle for the NCCC to reach out to us because they haven't done that as yet. Since last year, the 26th of March, when the country went into lockdowns, we are yet to speak to anyone in government regarding alcohol bans or even restrictions. But our lines are open. If they want to reach out to us, they can do so. And we'll make some proposals that can support government in ensuring that we're able to fight COVID-19, but more specifically, we're able to fight the fourth wave. I mean, as the alcohol industry, we are committed to working together with government. And in that regard, I mean, we have had vaccination drives that ensure that our liquor traders are vaccinated. And we also encouraged our patrons, as well as their families, to also vaccinate. Liquor manufacturers, such as South African breweries and Distill, open up vaccination sites in their premises to encourage not only their staff but communities to vaccinate. But also we have run tavern compliance programs which ensure that liquor traders across the country are trained on COVID-19 protocols and liquor license regulations to ensure that we stay in line with trading in a responsible way as we support our governments. So based on those things, there is really no reason for government to want to consider banning alcohol or even restricting it. If anything, we should actually even get a round of applause for the work that we have done to supporting government and supporting our communities to make sure that we are fully vaccinated, but that we support government going forward in fighting against COVID-19.
Now, of course, you know that in December, usually in the beginning of the year, there would be a briefing by the Transport Department talking about road accidents and alcohol abuse as well as drug abuse is always the first to be mentioned. And this season, this December season, is like the Easter season, right, where people travel, etc. But coupled with this fourth wave that we're getting into right now, how is the alcohol industry going to make sure that if you're asking the president not to ban alcohol, what are you going to do on your part?
I think one thing that we are quick to admit as the alcohol industry is that alcohol abuse is a problem that needs to be tackled. I think as a country we have done well to sweep this issue under the carpet. It's about time that we confront it. But we should not conflate the issue, the situation of having to deal with COVID-19. We are partnering, I know for a fact that Distill is partnering with the Department of Transport on the issue of road safety. So we are investing money, we are pumping millions behind the road safety with regards to alcohol. So we are doing our part. What we are asking government to do is to do its part and meeting us halfway to preserving the livelihoods of those that are dependent on the alcohol industry. And I know that there is NCCC coming up. And we want to appeal to the president to say, not only saving life is important for our country, but preserving those livelihoods is important. There is 1 million jobs that are dependent on what the president is going to say today. And there is almost 700,000 people in the hospitality sector that are waiting for president to do the right thing. We cannot have another bleak Christmas. Certainly, we cannot afford that.
Now, they're going to say that alcohol is going to put pressure on the hospitals and their ability to deal with COVID-19 cases if people have to come to hospital because of the accidents that it causes.
Well, we did not have any hospital bed issues in the past 4 months, so why should it be a problem now? But also, I need to add this. We see ourselves as citizens of this country before we are business people. And for us, we are committed to making sure that we work with our government And we keep on encouraging our liquor traders to trade in liquor in a most responsible manner. But we also want to encourage our patrons, our consumers, those that partake in alcohol beverages, to make sure that they drink responsibly, to not drink and drive. And also to our liquor traders, do not serve alcohol to underage children. Let us have a safer festive season, which you can all be proud of. We need to fight the fourth wave together. It is not only the responsibility of government or the alcohol industry, but it's a societal-wide approach that needs to be taken to make sure that we are able to go through the fourth wave unscathed. We really cannot afford to put our country's economy at risk by taking rash decisions that have no basis in science or even common sense.
Now, you know, a lot of people would say that they're hoping the president not to ban alcohol. You know, like you're saying, the livelihoods of the people is very important. Tell us, is there concern among liquor traders at the moment? Are they scared right now of not being able to make enough money to take their children to school, for instance, next year?
There is real concern that what happened last year, where we were not able to support our families, where we're not able to pay for school fees, where we're not even able to buy basic stationery. We cannot afford to go through that again. But we need the president to bring certainty into the industry. We cannot plan because we don't know what's going to happen. We are hopeful that when the president finally speaks to us, he's going to create an environment where we are able to safely plan for our lives, but also prepare our families and have a safer Christmas season. Because really, for us, it's an emotional issue, having to always worry when a wave is coming that we're going to be banned. And we are hopeful that the president is going to do the right thing and not throw the country under the bus this time around. We've been on the red list for 26 weeks where we're not able to trade in alcohol. We certainly cannot afford to go that route. I mean, the government is bemoaning the fact that the UK banned them without consulting them. We as the alcohol industry have been banned without a single consultation. So government now knows what it feels like for decisions to be taken for you without you. So we're hoping that things are going to be different this time around and that we are going to be able to trade in alcohol come December period without having to worry about being banned. You know, dealing with COVID is something that we take very seriously, and we hope that government will see all the commitments and the investment that we've put behind this fight as the alcohol industry.
Let me pick your brain just very quickly. I've run out of time, so I want your answer to be short, Mr. Ntimane. A lot of people, are you with the people who say that a ban or restriction was not necessary during electioneering, but now suddenly it might be a necessity? Are you with the people who say that it is the elections and the manifestos that were launched by different political parties that is to blame for where we find ourselves today?
Look, we respect the political landscape, and we feel that, you know, at that time a decision was made where the president and the government felt that it was safe for restrictions to be lifted around gatherings. So we respect that. But we're also saying to the president and his cabinet, respect our right to trade in alcohol. There is no need to bring about restrictions when it is convenient for you to do so. Leave us alone. Let us continue to trade in alcohol in a responsible way.
All right. Ntimane, thank you very much for coming to our studios. He is at the Liquor Traders Association.